And welcome everybody to the Grutch. My name is Rayshawn Link, here with the infamous Jack Callahan. How you doing, my man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing just fine, as we're here for Fitchburg Lady Red Raider basketball, and they win the TEP. Graham gets it at the top of the key, over to Cavins on the wing, and she gets it into Jennifer Allen. Graham dribbles out to Smith. Smith back to Graham. Red Raiders really looking to get a good shot here. And Smith's going to have to put it up. And she's fouled on the play. So bailed out a little bit there by the over-aggressive Oakmont defender. Looks like that's number 5, Sam Gastonguay.
Yeah, and good ball movement so far to start out the game, the first possession. A lot of ball movement, going back and forth with passes, trying to find the open man, or the open woman in this case.
Absolutely. It's kind of going to be the key to their success is to work the ball around and make sure they get the best shot possible. As Mia Cavins is wide open and just off with the 3, but it is almost saved there by Olivia Smith, and that'll be Oakmont basketball. A raucous crowd here at the Grutch today. Nice support by a lot of members of the varsity boys basketball team here in the house.
You always love to see that bond between the teams.
Absolutely, especially a rough year like this where, you know, without much success on the boys' side, you would think that, you know, there wouldn't be much camaraderie, but again, it's very nice to see a majority of that boys' varsity team here in attendance tonight as Graham turns the ball over. Jessica Lee brings it up, gets it over to Gastonguay, and that shot's up. And that's going to be no good by Jessica Lee. Rebound by Graham. Olivia Smith's going to bring the ball up. Gets the ball over to Graham. Graham dribble drive. And no good with the layup. Both teams still looking for their first points of the game, with 6:20 left here in the first quarter.
Fitchburg in a zone right now.
Yeah, I just was going to say that. It looks like they're playing a bit of a 3-2 zone. As Oakmont's able to score, and we have our first points of the game. Cavins back over to Graham.
Oakmont seems to be sticking to more man-to-man.
Oakmont seems to be a little too aggressive. Already going to have Fitchburg back at the line for 2 shots as Jennifer Allen was fouled as she tried to make a play underneath the basket. And Allen's off with the first. And Allen's off with the second, so unable to take advantage of the free throws. But it looks like Oakmont's going to return that favor and turn the ball over, so it'll go right back to the Raiders.
A lot of big bodies on Fitchburg to start this game. Jolimar, Mia, Jennifer, and Nevea.
Yeah, definitely have some size on the Fitchburg's team. Not really in regards to height, but definitely some bigger bodies down low, which they should be able to definitely have their way underneath with some of those Oakmont defenders.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they attack or not on the inside. I mean, Oakmont's not that small either, but you got a lot more size than they do, so.
Well, just from the looks of it from the start here, Fitchburg is working the ball inside a little bit, so let's see if that continues to be their strategy as Fitchburg comes away with the air ball. And ball over to Graham, and she's going to be called for a travel. So a little bit of nervousness here from both teams as we've traded turnovers, and with 5:19 remaining, we still sit at just 2-0. And Oakmont gets the ball in. Gastonguay in a little bit of trouble. Gets the ball back in the corner.
Long shot.
And Jessica Lee's going to be off with the shot. And here comes Graham. And Graham's going to be fouled as she was attempting to start the fast break.
The zone for Fitchburg working so far. It's a lot of tough shots going up for Oakmont. They're only 1 for 4 to start out this game.
Absolutely. We could just hope that that trend continues. Fitchburg with the side out, gets the ball into Olivia Smith. And she'll go ahead and set up the offense. And that goes through Cavan's hands, off the defender's head, and in for 3. I wonder if that's how Coach DiGeronimo drew that up.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Bounce the ball off the defender's head and then shoot the 3. A little too aggressive there by Olivia Smith, and she'll be called for the foul.
Mia Cavan's a player that is dedicated on getting better. The last 3 years here at FHS, she spent a lot of time in the gym after hours, after school, and really worked on her jumper, and it seemed to do her very well.
Well, like the late, great Kobe, she was in the gym getting up those shots.
Hard work pays off.
That'll go off Cavan's and remain Oakmont Spartans basketball. Coach DiGeronimo shouts out the instructions for his players. Looks like Fitchburg's going to remain in the zone. Seems to have been working to this point. Shots up, and that shot's going to be no good. Again, another shot from Jessica Lee that just can't find its way to the bottom of the basket. And here come the Raiders. Quickly gets it into Jennifer Allen. And she's off with the shot, but Graham with the rebound. And she's no good with the shot. And I believe that's going to be Oakmont's ball. I think both teams maybe just need to settle down a little bit, take things a little slower in their offensive sets. Just kind of rushing things a little bit, not really looking for too many good shots. A lot of passing, but not necessarily looking for good shots, as we have another pass go errant and out of bounds, but that'll remain Oakmont basketball.
Jennifer and Nevaeh seem to be those top 2 offensive attractions, I guess, for Coach D to start out this game. Looking to get it down low and have those 2 go to work.
Well, I can tell you one thing. The last thing that Oakmont wants is for Mia Cavins to get hot. And again, another air ball by Gastonway. And, Jessica Lee, and that'll be out of bounds.
Oakmont now 1 for 7.
I believe about 3 or 4 of those shots have been missed by Jessica Lee. And it's going to be another turnover for Oakmont. And here comes Olivia Smith on the break. She's going to pull it back out, get it to the top of the key to Graham. Graham's going to get it inside, but that pass is going to be errant and out of bounds off of the fingertips of Jennifer Allen. So the Lady Raiders lead 3-2 with 3 minutes 28 seconds left, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Mr. Callahan, were you going to say something before we go to break?
Yeah, it seems like Oakmont's catching up on the game plan, trying to kind of collapse inside and get the players to play defensively inside the paint. So we'll see if it keeps working or not.
That we will, as we'll step aside for a second as we have a timeout on the floor with 3 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Not much of a score, but your Lady Raiders lead 3-2. We'll be back right after this. And welcome everybody back here to the Grutch. Fitchburg Lady Red Raider basketball.
Right.
Let's see if Oakmont could get something going here, as they've been a little bit of a turnover machine.
This zone has shut them down, and they have not been able to get anything offensively. I spoke too soon.
Jessica Lee, I mean, you shoot enough, you're bound to get one to go in.
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Mia Cavins runs into a little trouble there as she gets the ball over half court. Ooh. Tough fall there by Oakmont defender, but that's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be Oakmont basketball as the foul is on Fitchburg Red Raider, Olivia Smith.
Check out this setup. Full court press for Fitchburg early in this game, so
Absolutely.
seems like Oakmont is prepared for it. They got some plays set up.
And Oakmont's able to break that press fairly easily. As Oakmont now gets the ball over to the wing, gets it inside, dribble drive, shot's no good. Rebound to Jennifer Allen, and gets the ball to Nyla Council. Council gets the ball over to Cavins, sets the screen for Graham. Graham gets back over to Council. Council top of the key to Cavins. Cavins over to Graham. Nice pass inside. Jennifer Allen with the shot and one. That was absolutely fantastic ball movement by the Fitchburg Red Raiders. And Jennifer Allen will get another shot at the line.
Nice find by Mia.
Absolutely.
Usually known as more of the shooter of the team, but really facilitated there.
And Allen's good with the first free throw. It seems like Cavan's taking advantage. She's known as a shooter, and when they rush right at her, it opens things up, and she was able to find her teammate for an open basket. And here comes Council bringing the ball up court. Gets the ball over to Graham. Graham's going to get it to Cavins. Graham dribble drive, pulls it back out. Excellent ball movement. Nice rebound, and the follow's no good by Graham. Spartans get the ball inside, over to the wing. Had the open shot, but chose not to take it. Dribble drive, and basket no good. Cavins with the rebound. Here comes Council. Looking to set things up. He's going to get the ball over to Cavins. Nice pass inside, and Jennifer Allen is unable to hit the shot. That was a beautiful pass by Amory Sherrington. Sherrington drove right past her defender, found the open Allen inside, but Allen just unable to hit the shot. Down to about 50 seconds here in the first quarter. And another shot by Oakmont is no good. And here come the Raiders. Council gets the ball over to Graham. Graham up fake, dribble drive. And one. Raiders are being very aggressive today on offense. That's what you want to see. They're taking advantage of the smaller lineup for the Oakmont Spartans. And so far, so good.
Yeah, that Red Raider zone, we've been talking about it since the beginning of the game. It seems to be really, really working against this Oakmont offense. Not a lot going for them. Not a lot of shots going up. And they seem to really be passing more than they are looking for a shot. So
absolutely. I mean, from what I can see, I mean, the only Oakmont player who is really able to find a shot or even get up a shot has been number 24, Jessica Lee. So let's see if her teammates can get her some help and maybe get the ball in the basket as another turnover for Oakmont. So at least for the rest of this quarter, if Fitchburg plays it smartly, they'll be able to get the last shot. And the ball is inbound to Council. Council brings it up, gets it over half court, and she's going to find Cavins. Cavins with the pass into Jolimar Zambrana, and that pass is going to go out of bounds. So Raiders unable to take advantage of the opportunity to close out this quarter with the final shot.
Jolimar had good position on that possession. But,
she did.
Unable to corral the pass.
Just a little too far for outstretched fingers. So let's see if the Raiders can play some good defense and keep the Oakmont Spartans from finishing the quarter with the basket. And we're going to have a foul.
It's a questionable one.
Foul's going to be on Amory Sherrington. And at the line, looks like it's going to be Cassidy Leeson. Or Leeson. We'll go with Leeson.
Yeah, we'll go with Leeson.
So Leeson's good with the first free throw. With 3.8 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Raiders lead 8-5 over the Oakmont Lady Spartans. and she's good with the second. Here comes Council dribbling down court, and her shot is blocked. That was an excellent take. With just over 3 seconds remaining, she was able to go coast to coast, and just some great defense by Oakmont. And that's going to do it for us here in the first quarter. We're here at the Grutch, where your Lady Red Raiders lead the Spartans, the Lady Spartans of Oakmont Regional High School by a score of 8-6. We're going to step aside, and we'll be back right after this. All right, and we're back here at the Grutch for the second quarter of Lady Red Raider basketball as they take on the Oakmont Lady Spartans. Tanila Council with control of the basketball gets it over to the corner to Graham. Nev Graham gets it backed out to Council. Council in a bit of trouble by her defender. Council looking inside to Sherrington. Back out to Cavins. Cavins for three, no good. And that's going to be saved by the Oakmont player. That's number 25, Sophie Plotkin.
Well, we saw the Lady Raiders utilize the zone in the first quarter, and it worked to perfection, holding Oakmont 2 for 14 shooting and 5 turnovers. The Lady Raiders getting their hands in the passing lanes, able to pick off some passes in the first quarter. We'll see if they can keep it going in the second quarter.
And looks like there's going to be a foul called on the play. Question is if it's going to be on Oakmont or it's going to be on the Raiders. And it's going to be on Nev Graham of the Lady Raiders. So just a little out of control there as Jessica Allen is going to check in for Nev Graham.
We also saw the Lady Raiders go inside a lot to Jennifer Allen and Nevea. So we'll see if they switch it up a little bit, get some more offensive production, and maybe get a couple threes. We know Mia Cavins can, shoot that ball whenever. So
she is a bucket waiting to happen. Great defense by Sherrington, getting a hand in the offensive player's face, causing the errant shot. And here come the Lady Raiders as Council looks to set things up. And picks up her dribble, gets it into Zambrana. Zambrana with the drive. And the shot is no good, and she's going to find her way to the line. So Jolie is going to find her way to the line for 2 shots. 6 minutes and 31 seconds here remaining in the second quarter. The Lady Red Raiders lead by a score of 8-6. And the first free throw attempt, is no good. So let's see if she can make good on her second. And she does. Scores now 9-6, the Lady Raiders. Oakmont brings the ball up. Gets the ball inside. And the shot is no good. But there's a putback. Shots by Cassidy Lyson. And they're going to call a travel as looks like Liv Smith dragged that pivot's foot just a little bit.
That's a tough call there.
So here comes Oakmont. Both teams really just kind of stuck in the mud here as far as what they want to do on offense, as we're going to have almost another turnover. And that's going to be an over and back, so the Lady Raiders are going to take over.
Nice job again by the Fitchburg defense, this time Liv Smith being able to get her hands in the passing lanes. Keeping your hands up when you're playing a zone is probably the best thing to do defensively. They're looking to pass, so being able to get your hands in the passing lane it's going to lead to a successful zone.
Absolutely. Raiders might want to balance the floor a little bit. Everybody seems to kind of just be huddled up all on one side. It's a nice take, but Liv Smith's going to step out of bounds.
It's been a tough first few possessions offensively for the Raiders.
Absolutely, for both teams, really. As neither team has really been able to put the ball in the basket. Oakmont's had plenty of shot opportunities, but just been unable to hit anything.
Nice job again.
Jessica Lee got in a little bit of trouble there in the corner and threw the ball off of Jolimar Zambrana, and the ball went out of bounds. So Oakmont's going to keep possession of the basketball.
We talked about Oakmont being 2 for 14 in that first quarter, but the Raiders, were no better, shooting 3 for 11. So both teams having shooting woes, if you will.
One thing that Oakmont is not having trouble with is turning the basketball over, as they have turned the ball over once again. So Fitchburg's going to take over, and they're just going to have to start taking advantage of these opportunities that Oakmont has given them, as Council puts up the shot, and it's no good. But Zambrana's there for the follow, and that's no good. And Council gets the rebound, and she's fouled, and she'll go back to the line. So again, the Lady Spartans have not done a good job of scoring the basketball. What they have done a good job of is committing fouls and turning the ball over, and that's absolutely not what you want to do if you want to win a basketball game. So, we'll take it here on the Fitchburg side, but if they want to turn this thing around, they're going to have to do better when they get the ball in that possession.
Right.
So that first shot is good by Council.
It's interesting to see that Oakmont hasn't really made any changes offensively, even though they've seen that the game plan defensively for Fitchburg is that 3-2 zone. So,
and the Raiders are going to turn the ball over, as there was a little miscommunication, as Liv Smith thought that Mia Cavins was going to be there waiting on that pass, but instead it goes in between two Red Raider offensive players and goes out of bounds. Nice block there by Cavins. It's exactly what you want to do. Step up, put both hands straight up in the air. Typically good things will happen.
That's why coaches tell you, hands up, hands up.
Straight up. And another air ball by Oakmont.
A lot of air balls in this game for Oakmont.
And here comes Liv Smith, dribble drive, and she's going to get her shot blocked. And they're going to call a foul on Council, as Jessica Lee was trying to make her way to the basket, and she's going to instead make her way to the line.
Fitchburg offense had a real halt in this game, 0 for 5 to start the second quarter. Not the whole game, but just the second quarter. They've struggled to have any kind of production on offense. Oakmont's been the same way, only 1 for 3 to start this game. Not a lot of field goal attempts going up, but at least they're getting to the line and, keeping some offensive production.
Definitely anemic offenses on both sides. I can say, though, that what has been keeping Fitchburg in control of this game is the fact that Oakmont has turned the ball over quite a bit. Council gets the ball over to the corner to Cavins. Cavins inside to Graham. Graham puts the ball up, and she's going to get fouled and find her way back to the line. So again, just a situation where Oakmont is unable to defend and instead commits a foul. So Graham's going to be at the free throw line for 2 more. And that first shot is off. And Jennifer Allen is going to check into the game for Jolimar Zambrana. As Graham steps to the line for a second free throw attempt. And her second shot's good. So the Raiders lead with 4:20 remaining in the second quarter by a score of 11-9. Oakmont moving the ball around. Nice pass inside, and that shot is good. Council with the ball over to Smith in the corner. Cavins with the shot, and it's no good, but Graham there for the follow, and the shot's good. Nice rebound by Graham.
Nice job.
Raiders lead 13-11 with 3:40 remaining in the first half. And there's a steal by Council. Council on the break, and that shot's good.
Tough finish in transition.
Fitchburg back in that 3-2 zone, and another steal by Council. And she misses that layup, but the follow by Smith, and she's off. And Graham got the ball, but she loses it, and here comes Oakmont. And the timeout's going to be called on the floor. So some good hustle by the Red Raiders, able to get a couple back-to-back steals and some fast breaks. And with 3:08 remaining here in the first half, the Lady Red Raiders lead the Lady Spartans by a score of 15-11.
They're finding momentum offensively. We'll see if they can keep it up for the last 3 minutes.
Absolutely, and we will be back right after this. And we're back here at the Grutch for Lady Red Raider basketball as they lead the Lady Spartans of Oakmont Regional High School by a score of 15-11 with 3 minutes here to go in the first half. Oakmont moving the ball around, trying to get a good shot. Just under 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Shots up, and it's no good.
Good defensive
Rebounds
possession.
Council. Absolutely. Nice pass, but it's stolen. Council does indeed turn the ball over, and here comes Spartans. Spartans swinging the ball around, top of the key, and that three-pointer is good by Sam Gastonguay. As bad as the Spartans have played in this first half, they're right there.
For sure. Oakmont seems to kind of be getting used to the whole zone. They're playing great defense on the other end and really taking advantage of the turnovers that Fitchburg has committed.
Council off with the shot, gets the ball over to Allen, and Smith with the layup for two. And the Spartans no good. 2 layup attempts, neither one of them successful. But they'll retain possession of the basketball with 1:38 remaining here in the first half.
It's not that Fitchburg hasn't gotten the opportunities to score. They've put up 12 shots in this game, or in this quarter, excuse me, but not a lot have been able to fall. 3 for 12.
It's been a lid on the basket, it seems, for both of these teams. But as long as the Raiders stay in the lead, we'll take it. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to remain with the Lady Spartans.
It's been Mia Cavins and Jennifer Allen, excuse me, all game long in the paint, grabbing rebounds, combining for what is 5 rebounds in total on the defensive side.
And finally, the Raiders are able to secure the rebound as Cavins comes away with that one. Nice dribble drive by Olivia Smith, and she's fouled.
A lot of trips to the line for both teams.
A lot of free throws.
Combined 13.
Well, it's been a bit of a sloppy game. I mean, if things aren't working out for you with your offense, you're typically going to just get to the basket to try to secure your points, and that's usually where you're going to get fouled and find yourself at the free throw line. So we'll see if the Oakmont coach, Jeff O'Neill, can get things turned around.
I think that's objective number one, though. When the offense isn't clicking, you really look to go inside, and you get the easiest shot possible when you're at the line. So
Smith unable to hit the free throw. Looks like Emery Sherrington's going to check in for Olivia Smith. Just over a minute remaining here in the half. Oakmont on the attack. Gets the ball down low. And that shot's no good. Oakmont doing a better job on the offensive boards here in the second quarter. But still unable to get any points on that trip. as Council gets the ball over to Cavins. Cavins gets it to Sherrington. Sherrington dribble drive, but kicks it back out to Council. Council to Cavins. Cavins with the drive.
Nice.
Euro step, and he gets it 2 more.
Nice move by Mia.
That shot is off the mark, to say the least. So with 18.2 seconds remaining here in the first half, looks like Nev Graham's going to find her way back to the free throw line. Surprise, surprise.
It'd be nice for her to make at least one of these.
Yeah, that would be nice. If we can get it over 20 points here in the first half going into halftime. Nice little momentum builder for the Raiders as they look to continue things going in the second half. If the Raiders can keep up the pace they're playing and maybe just execute on offense just a little bit better, I mean, probably looking at a double-digit lead here.
With the defense both teams have been playing, I think an early prediction for the second half is that both teams will probably come out and look to score right away and get the offensive hand.
Seemed to be a little confusion on that play. There's a jump ball called. Looked as though Council had her foot out of bounds, and the ref didn't, from what I could see, make the call correctly. But Fitchburg shot the air ball, goes right back over to Oakmont. So as they say, the ball don't lie. Spartans looking to get the final shot here with 3 seconds remaining. Nice pass inside, and that shot is blocked by Cavins at the buzzer.
Nice way to head into the half.
Absolutely. So things looking good here so far in the first half. Again, a little bit of sloppiness. Not really able to get much going offensively, but the Raiders have been able to manufacture a lot of turnovers from their opponent and keep their opponent from scoring on the offensive end. So that plays into the fact that they now have a 19-14 lead heading into halftime. Mr. Callahan, any takeaway from you from this first half?
I think both teams played great defense, and I think the scoreboard shows that. 19-14, you know, low-scoring game. So we'll see if you know, both teams could come out and play a little better offensively, especially the Lady Raiders. We know that they're capable of having good offensive games, so we'll see what the game plan is for Coach D going into the locker room. But for now, I mean, you know, just keep playing the defense that you're playing and ride this one out.
So with that being said, we'll ride on out to our first break of the halftime. Again, we're here at the Grutch. It's halftime. The Lady Red Raiders leading the Lady Spartans of Oakmont Regional High School by a score of 19-14. We'll step aside and be right back after this. And we're back here at the Grutch for second half action of Lady Red Raider basketball, as they are currently leading the Lady Spartans of Oakmont Regional High School by a score of 19-14. Mr. Callahan, how did both teams look in the first half?
Offensively, you know, not good. I think anybody that watched that first half knows that that wasn't the first half that people were expecting. FHS shot 7 of 25. That's 28% from the field. Oakmont, even worse, 5 of 25. That's 20% from the field. Mia Cavins, though, the standout player, 5 points, 5 boards, 2 blocks, and an assist. So filling up the stat sheet in the first half was Mia.
Mia Cavins is an excellent basketball player.
There we go.
Right
Speak of the
cue.
devil. Make that 8 points.
So here come the Spartans as they try to get something going. And instead will once again turn the ball over. Cavins with the ball inside to Allen. Allen, couple shot fakes.
Yeah, did you see that move, huh? I mean,
Yeah,
the shot
that's no
was
good.
You know,
Shot.
it's a little questionable, but the moves.
We'll say a 50-cent shot with $1 million move.
Is that Jennifer Allen out there, or is that Hakeem Olajuwon?
Dream shaking and baking. FHS style.
Right.
Nice defense by Jolimar. But unfortunately, the Oakmont Spartans are able to get the rebound and the putback. Fitchburg still in control of this game.
It's a little bit of a confusing miscommunication there or something.
Absolutely. So here come the Spartans, making their way down court.
Nice.
Tried to get the pass inside to Riley Burrow. And that shot's going to be no good by Olivia Smith. Jennifer Allen with the take, and the basket's good. And another turnover by Oakmont. Gets the ball to Olivia Smith. Olivia Smith's going to look to get all the way to the basket, and that shot is good. As the Raiders are making a little run here. As the score is now 26-16, they lead the Lady Spartans of Oakmont. And this is exactly what you wanted to see. You wanted to see the Raiders go in, regroup, and come out with the plan to make things a little bit more tougher on the Oakmont Spartans. And that's what they've done. They've increased the pressure on defense, and that has helped them with their fast break game as they've been able to increase this lead.
This has been a very good start offensively.
Absolutely.
4 for 6. A lot of quick buckets. A lot of good passing, being able to find the open person.
And I don't know about that one, but they're going to call it travel on Nev Graham. And that'll be a turnover. And the Lady Spartans will take over side out of bounds. And the Spartans get the ball in and over half court. Shot's no good by Riley Burrow. Olivia Smith with the pass over to Graham. And they're going to call another travel.
Another travel. Yeah, that traveling call is a tough one. The one where, you know, the player pump fakes and then goes to drive in, but you got to set your feet. And, you know, if you have your feet set, you got to shoot it. And if not, then...
Yeah, just a minor shuffle of the feet. That's all it takes, and that's back-to-back turnovers by Graham. So here comes Spartans.
Nice drive.
That's
inside.
a nice drive, absolutely. Basket by Cassidy Lyson. I'm going to get that name right eventually. Shot is up and no good by Liv Smith. And here come the Spartans on the attack. And another turnover.
It's another steal by Mia Cavins. That's her third.
And that's going to be a travel. That's a travel that I absolutely could agree with there. As Emery Sherrington looked to make a play, but just got a little caught up in what she wanted to do with the ball at that point.
How about this for stat sheet stuffing?
Hit me with
Mia Cavins, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks.
That, my friend, is what you call a stat sheet stuffer.
What a game she's had.
And guess what?
Another traveling call. They got to...
I'll tell you what. Oakmont hadn't done a lot right tonight. They've dominated in that turnover category, though. I'll tell you that much. They have dominated.
Got to start jotting down some mileage stats because the traveling is unreal in this one.
Council gets the ball over to Cavins.
It was a nice pass by Cavins.
Definitely was. You probably want to see Zambrana go up with a little bit stronger shot than that, but either way, nice play by the Lady Raiders. So another steal, gets it up to Council. Council with the shot, and that's going to be a foul.
So the turnover is still a factor for Oakmont.
Seems to be what they do best. And that pass into Cavins. Cavins over to Allen. Allen to Graham. Graham to Council. Shots up, and that's going to be no good. And that shot is going to be good. And that shot's no good. Nice pick.
Another good move by Mia.
Just unable to finish. And Council's going to get fouled on the play. Cavins get the ball over to Council. Cavins to Graham. Back to Cavins. Cavins with the dribble. Kicks it out to Olivia Smith. Smith with the drive. Shots up, and it's good.
Prior to that make, Fitchburg was on a cold streak there, missing their prior 4 shots.
Great job by Smith to realize that they were in a bit of a funk, and easiest way to get the ball in the basket is to take it to the basket. Shots up, and it's good. It's Riley Burrow. Council's going to get the ball over to Cavins. Cavins top of the key to Smith. Smith over to Council. Council with the 3-point shot from the corner. And just no good, but that rebounds by Graham. And her shot is blocked. That blocked is by Cassidy Elizen. Minute 47 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And guess what that is, Jack?
A travel.
Another turnover.
More
by
mileage.
Oakmont.
Nice move by Tenila.
Ooh, nearly stolen. Liv Smith with control of the ball. And she'll look to get something going.
Tough turnover for Liv.
And that ball is going to go right back to the Raiders, as we're going to have another turnover for the Oakmont Spartans. Minute 21 remaining. The Raiders lead 28-22. Cavins looking to get the ball in. Gets it into Council. Nearly a 5-second count. Council's going to drive, and she's going to be fouled. Fouls and turnovers. Story of the game for the Oakmont Lady Spartans today. But above it all, you have to give them credit. Only down by 6. As Cavins gets the ball into Council. Cavins with the pass over to Allen. And Allen misses with the shot. Beautiful feed by Cavins. That shot's no good. And it's going to be a foul on Liv Smith.
If the Raiders are going to put this game away, they got to start converting on their points off turnovers.
Absolutely. You're only going to get so many opportunities to pull away before the other team decides to go on a run of their own. And you want to be utilizing those opportunities by adding points to the score. But at this point, kind of another stall-out moment here for the Raiders offense, and Oakmont is looking to inch back into this game. Can't do that without hitting those free throws, though, as Oakmont continues to shoot itself in the foot. Council gets the ball over to Graham. Graham gets the ball to the wing to Cavins. Council with the screen by Jennifer Allen and a take to the basket, and that's good.
Nice shot by Council, being able to get around the defender there.
Beautiful drive. And Allen with the rebound. Gets the ball to Council. 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
They got the final shot. You can hold on to it here.
Let's see if that's what they do. Gets the ball over to Graham. Graham into Allen. Allen with the shot, and
nice
it's
shot
good.
By Jennifer.
4 seconds remaining. And they're going to call a foul on the play. They're going to call a foul, so the quarter isn't necessarily done just yet. Foul's going to be on Jolie Marzambrana with a push.
Looks like they're going to go side out to start the fourth quarter then.
So with that being said, we'll step aside into the third quarter. Fitchburg Lady Raiders lead the Lady Spartans of Oakmont Regional High School by a score of 32-22. My name is Rayshawn Link here with Jack Callahan. We'll be back to the Grutch right after this. And we're back to the Grutch for the final quarter of Lady Red Raider basketball. Rayshawn Link here with Jack Callahan as we are coming down the home stretch of this fantastic basketball game between the Lady Red Raiders and the Lady Spartans.
If the Raiders can play the way they have the last three quarters, they can definitely pull away within the first couple minutes of this fourth quarter. But we'll see. Raiders shooting 8 of 15 in that third quarter. Much more efficient than the entire first half.
Exceptional shooting. Some great passing by Cavins. And Jennifer Allen just having her way down low.
Oakmont also kind of caught back up and started to get some production offensively after starting the third quarter 0 for 5. They hit their last 4 shots.
Hey, Jack, guess what just happened?
A travel?
A travel by Oakmont.
Traveling violation? Seems to be the most common play in this game.
Especially for the Spartans, Lady Spartans. I would imagine that Coach O'Neill, come practice tomorrow, is going to be working very hard on with these girls on ball handling drills. Because if not for the massive amounts of traveling violations, they very well could be in this game or with the lead. But that's neither here nor there as the Raiders put up the next shot, and that's good by Council as she hits on the three-pointer. So the Raiders just want to go ahead and play good defense, don't commit any fouls, and that's a good start. Probably don't want to give up as easy of a layup, but that's absolutely a great way to start this final quarter as they leave Cavins wide open, and she's off with the shot. Nice rebound by Jolie Mar. Unable to hit the shot, but there's Jennifer Allen, and one, and she's going to go to the line and continue her fantastic evening as she has just had her way with the Oakmont defenders. You pointed that out to start the game, Jack. You pointed out the fact that Oakmont was a little undersized down low, and that could be a problem. And, I mean, that's exactly what we're seeing here as Jennifer Allen is taking over, putting the team on her back and kind of just willing this team to what seems to be a possible victory as we wind down the final moments here of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you said it. She's really taken over the game so far. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 5 rebounds, excuse me, one of them being an offensive rebound. So it's been, again, I said it the second quarter. It's been Mia Cavins and Jennifer Allen this whole game really patrolling the paint, to be honest, and controlling the boards and really helping out when it comes to rebounding.
Near steal by Cavins. And that basket's good. So Graham with the ball on the wing. Gets it to the top of the key to Cavins. Cavins over to Council. Council with the screen by Allen. Council with the shot, no good.
Oh!
And Jennifer Allen nearly with another and one opportunity.
You wanted that one.
Absolutely. And she's going to find her way back to the line. Allen, no good on the first.
Raiders really controlling the offensive boards. 8 offensive rebounds as a team in this game. It's been part of the reason, or most of the reason, why they are leading by 13 right now. Not a lot of offensive production the first time around, but when it comes to second chance points, they take advantage of it.
Near turnover by the Spartans.
Those second chance points, again, have been all thanks to Mia Cavins, Jennifer Allen, and Nevaeh Graham, who've all been playing really well when it comes to rebounding.
They've dominated down low. They've absolutely had their way, and that's what you want to see. When you have a team that's undersized, you want to use your strengths, and that's what Coach DiGeronimo has been able to do with his Lady Red Raiders. And it looks like we have a timeout on the floor, so we're going to step aside for a moment. We'll be back to the Grutch right after this. So we're back here at the Grutch. Lady Red Raider basketball as they lead the Spartans of Oakmont Regional High School, the Lady Spartans, by a score of 38-24. 5:52 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Dribble drive, and the basket's good. That's number 15, Emma Cullen.
Soft touch on that floater.
Absolutely excellent move as she was able to split a few defenders on her way to the basket. Smith up top of the key, and that basket's off. Rebound to Cullen as she brings the ball up court and is defended by Smith. And that shot is up and no good by Riley Barrow. And it looks like we're going to get a foul on the play. And that's going to be a foul on Oakmont. And McCullen. So the Raiders are going to take over with just over 5 minutes remaining in the game. And the Raiders leading by a score of 38-26. Council gets the ball down to Cavins, who is no good on the three-point opportunity, but the rebound is there by Council, puts shots up, and it's no good. And it's going to be a foul on Jolie Mara-Zambrana.
Now, I don't want to make anybody mad by making this statement, but I gotta say, going from the boys basketball team to the girls basketball team is quite the breath of fresh air. Now, the boys team and Coach McCall have made, some really good strides late in the season. I know they haven't won a game yet, but they've all stayed strong and they've stayed confident in the team. And so, they keep bringing it every night and just keep coming up short. And I think that they'll get their due one game, but to see this team, who, isn't the best either, 2-9, but it seems like they're going to get their third win tonight. They seem to really be clicking on all cylinders, defensively and offensively.
I think the breath of fresh air comes in the fact that these girls, a majority of their star players are freshmen and sophomores. So I guess the breath of fresh air is actually the realization of how bright the future could be for this team.
Right.
So, hey, let's admit, both teams have had a tough go about record-wise. But the thing that you appreciate is the fact that every night they compete, whether it's the girls or the boys. They give it their all each game, and that's really all you can ask for. With the boys, I'm sure they'll have another opportunity. They have about 8-9 games left in the season, I believe. They'll have another opportunity to get that first dub. But with the girls, like I said, it's just it's a breath of fresh air because you see the outlook on the future, realizing that a lot of their star players are indeed underclassmen. So it's a good thing to see.
Nice play by Tenila.
That was a heads-up play by Miss Council.
Very much a heads-up play. Almost boxing out, pretty much, the defender and letting the ball go out of bounds to put the ball right back in the hands of Fitchburg.
And we're going to get a timeout on the floor by the Red Raiders. So with 3:40 remaining in the game, the Lady Raiders lead the Lady Spartans by a score of 38-26. We'll step aside, be right back after this. So we're back here at the Grutch, and that layup is good by Liv Smith.
It's a way to come back from break.
Excellent way to come back from the break. And she's good with the free throw. Brilliant play drawn up off the inbounds by Coach DiGeronimo as Mia Cavins applies the pressure. Nice steal by Liv Smith. Red Raiders are playing very inspired ball right now as they can smell that third victory. Raiders looking to use up a little bit of the clock here as they get the pass to Cavins. Cavins back up to Graham. 7 seconds on the clock. Graham with the dribble drive. No good. There's Jennifer Allen again, but her shot is blocked. And here comes the Spartans. And it's no good. Cavins with the rebound. And it's going to be a jump ball. And possession arrow is going to go to the Fitchburg Red Raiders. So we're going to have a timeout on the floor as Oakmont's going to try to get things drawn up, see if they can get something going with this final 2 minutes and 44 seconds to go. We'll step aside and be back right after this. So we're back to the Grutch as we wind down the end of this game here between the Lady Spartans and the Lady Raiders. 2 minutes and 34 seconds remaining, and the Lady Raiders lead by a score of 41-26 as Council looks to get things going. Gets the ball over to Cavins. Cavins going to dribble, and the shot, and nice. It's good. Sometimes if you want things done, you have to do them yourself. Cavins decided to just take it upon herself to take the shot, and guess what, Jack?
That's a travel.
That's another turnover by the Oakmont Lady Spartans. Nice pass. Oh, and Cavins just cannot finish the shot. That was an absolutely spectacular inbounds play there. Just got to capitalize. And that shot's blocked by Nev Graham. Minute 45 remaining in the game. And we're going to have a foul called as Tenila Council was attempting to get the ball up court.
We talked about it. Fitchburg's been playing the passing lanes all game. They've played them very, very well, being able to get their hands into the passing lanes, being able to get their hands up and, contest a lot of the passes that Oakmont's trying to make.
Yeah, they absolutely have. It's just been a very well-played basketball game here by the Lady Raiders. Again, very young squad, and it's just nice to see that You know, Coach DiGeronimo has them at practice, has them working on things that are actually coming out and translating into victories out here on the floor. Again, inspired play by these young ladies. It really is, like you said, a breath of fresh air to come out and watch them play on a night-to-night basis. Minute 35 left in the game. And the Spartans nearly with another turnover. But instead they get the shot up. And that shot's going to be blocked. Mia Cavins with yet another block. And another turnover by the Spartans. Jennifer Allen gets it up. And here comes Liv Smith with the layup. And it's good. And another near steal. And with a minute 3 remaining here in the game, we're going to have another timeout called by the Spartans head coach. Down by 20. We'll be back right after this. So we're back here at the Grutch. Just about a minute remaining in the game. And we're going to have another turnover. So that was a brilliant use of a timeout there by Jeff O'Neill, coach of the Spartans. Called the timeout, and the Spartans immediately come out and turn the ball over. So that's exactly what you want to see, down by 20 with a minute left in the game.
And if some of you can't tell by the tone of voice, my friend Link here is a little frustrated by the call. We all know they're up 20. We're all trying to head home. So hopefully no more.
I was just pointing out the brilliant use of a timeout by
hopefully no more timeouts are called
by the Oakmont coach. I mean, you drop a strategy. I mean, you call a timeout with a minute left. The timeout lasted about, 15 seconds? That was brilliant use of time there by Jeff O'Neill. Bravo. Bravo. And that shot's no good by Council. 33 seconds remaining. 20-point game. And that shot's no good. Graham's going to come down with the rebound.
They can run out the clock.
And the Raiders will do just that.
What a win.
Excellent game by the Raiders.
Nice game.
Followed up their last victory with another one, and Liv Smith's going to nail that basket. Four seconds remaining. And guess what, Jack? Guess what that was?
It was a turnover.
That was another turnover by the Oakmont Spartans. And that's going to do it here at the Grutch as the Lady Red Raiders win over the Lady Spartans of Oakmont Regional High School by a score of 48-26. Fantastic win. Jack, tell me what you saw tonight.
Well, first half, I think we all know that the defense was played really, really well by both teams. But I think the second half, offensively, you could definitely tell that Fitchburg had the edge. They were able to get a lot of good shots up. They started out hot, 4 for 6 in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter, and they kept it going. They didn't slow down at all. So great finish for the Red Raiders, and great win. What a way to get their third win of the season.
So that'll do it here from the Grutch. Fantastic victory by the Lady Red Raiders as they get their third win of the season. That'll do it here in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. Again, my name is Rayshawn Link. I want to thank Jack Callahan for joining me.
Always a pleasure.
Matthew Spinelli on the camera. And that'll do it for us here this evening. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.